Hello everybody. So I'm sitting here while viewing for our March sale is going on. It's gone very, very quiet. It was incredibly and sinfully busy this morning because I think we were open before the other views, and I was on babysitting duty for my own children, but I still think it's babysitting. So I turned up after the view had been put together, and joyously, I mean, there were about 30 or 40 clients already going through the instruments. It's been a good day. It couldn't have been quieter at a better time because I'm absolutely done in. What can I tell you? It's sale week, so everybody's over here, or nearly everybody, and our competitors are just down the road. And so we've sort of a churn of clients sort of coming up Regent Street, bouncing back down again. My life has been talking to some of them, which is never a hardship because I like them, or the ones I know, doing valuations. So today was rather nifty because I found a Ferdinand Galliano, and God willing, that will go into our June sale. And while juggling my children, I'm also doing this. So, to make life interesting, I want a big shout out to Christophe Landon, who introduced me to the world's best meal, which is Amarone, which is a meaty Italian red, and Parmesan. And I remember, oh God, it was about 20 years ago. I was a young squit of a boy, and I needed to get a Guadagnini cello out to Heinrich Schiff at Kronberg. And there were no flights on Lufthansa apart from one, so I got that flight, got on the plane with a Guad cello, pretending it was a guitar, and it went into the overhead compartments. I'm never doing that again. So by the time I got to Kronberg, I was exhausted, stressed, and just miserable. And Christophe Landon was sitting there with a load of Parmesan and a meaty red. So if any of you are bored, the meal of kings. And I hope that if I do this correctly, I'll have worked out a tax-deductible way to drink good wine on the company. So I'm good with this. Got a violin here. It's more of a visual aid if we're talking about the auction, because this was a difficult auction to put together. Actually, it was a really difficult auction. We have more auctions than most people. And we only had one about 6 weeks ago. So we had 5 weeks to pull together enough instruments to make it worthwhile for people to view. And normally it works. Normally it works quite beautifully. But this time it just felt harder. And I was pretty unpleasant towards the end of it, and I do owe the staff, all of our staff, an apology, because I was pretty crusty. But in the end, it always works. Things turn up. Some of them are going to be instruments I didn't see coming. We had one viola, which is, I believe, late Cremonese, which turned up an hour before the catalogue went live. And this one turned up at Heathrow, and I love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And don't be, it's an awful expression, but in the UK we have a degree of bob fock, which is a body off Baywatch and a face off Crime Watch. Well, that kind of works because that back is astonishingly beautiful. And the head, astonishingly beautiful. The ribs are brilliant. It's an Eberle. And then you turn around and you see that a mouse has made a little house in there. And it is genuinely, almost certainly, a mouse that did that. And for years, this was a house for rodents, and yet is an utterly beautiful Neapolitan violin. I would like to say a big shout out to the gentleman at Maestronet who pointed out that I'd got the date on the label wrong, with my apologies. Apart from that, beautiful Tubbs bow. There are a few bits and bobs littered throughout the auction, more cellos than I'd ever believed possible. And that's kind of the point. When you're building an auction, you never know what form it's going to take. There's nearly always a theme. You'll have more hill bows than you were expecting, or more cellos than you were expecting. And this auction is definitely more cellos. We're about to crack open the wine for all the other people turning up. So I wish you all the best. I'll do this again once this auction's finished and let you know how things did. What sold, what didn't sell. And to those who didn't sell, I apologise. Normally we bounce around at 80-90% sold. So I hope it isn't too many, but these are exciting times and I wish you all the best.